welcome to the show. We have got so much for you today. It is an astounding program because we're going to find out about belly dancing. We have a real belly dancer on the program. We're going to find out about the history and what the influence of Hollywood had on the early days of belly dancing. Yeah, really. And we're also going to find out about a show that's being put together to discover the most inspiring man. And this is to do with Beyond Blue as well. So a very inspiring part of the program there. And we're also finding out about another party, a French party. If you've got any French blood or if you want to meet French people and experience the fun and excitement of a French night out, we're going to let you know all about that. And it's coming up right now. May I say to you, bonsoir. Now, why do you think Johnny Lewis is speaking French? Yes, I've been learning a few words because there's a fabulous French night coming along where all the French people and all the people that would like to know more about France and enjoy the parties that they seem to enjoy, well, this gentleman's all a part of that. His name is Pascal. Let me see if I can get this right. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Comment ça va?
Bien, et toi?
He asked me how I was. Très bien.
Cool.
Toi?
Je vais bien, merci.
Learning my French as I go. And by the way, I'm always très bien, always terrific, because that's the only French word I know. So maybe one day you'll teach me how to say, so-so.
Okay, I will.
Pascal, why did you decide and your friends decide that it was a good idea to have a French night here in Perth?
Because we noticed that there were many communities, Brazilian communities, Chinese communities, Italian communities, and we didn't have somewhere to do a party or to talk and to that's it.
And enjoy all the fun. Now, what fun might I enjoy at a French party that I wouldn't ordinarily get at any other party? How are they different?
So it's a little bit different because we are from Réunion Island. We are French from Réunion. So we're gonna play French music. We're also gonna play, French house, electro, because that's French. And we're also gonna play things from Réunion, and that's more tropical. For example, we've got a dance, we call that Zoo Club.
Let's see, you call it the Zoo Club.
You understood love, I think. so that's a dance, we dance with two people, and it's really sensual, and that's it.
Sounds great. Do you have to be an adult to do that dance?
Yes. No, you don't need that.
Now, is it a difficult dance to learn? Like if someone watching right now thinks, I'd like to learn how to do a Zoo Love dance.
No, it's easy. It's easy, and we'll be there. Many French girls, we will show you how to dance. That's why.
Great. Sounds like a lovely idea. What about food? Because French, I mean, come on. You guys are known for your beautiful foods. What might we expect to eat?
So, last time we did something called American sandwiches. So that's bread.
Didn't you just say it was a French night and you got American sandwiches?
Yeah, the thing is that's something you can find in bar in France or in Réunion, and it is called American sandwiches. Really?
Wow. Okay. And well, I think we'll just find out about that. Do you have hot dogs as well?
Nah, we don't have hot dogs. We don't have hot dogs.
Now, what do you know about the French community here in Perth?
Not that much. That's why we did something. We know that there are many French people here, more and more, and that's why that was strange that we cannot do something with all the French people and try to make people here discover our atmosphere, our music, our culture. That's why. So
what's something you think that the folks at home would really appreciate learning about France? I mean, what's something that you think that we could really do with understanding about France? Do you think? It's a tough question, isn't it? I do ask the tough questions because I know when I'm in another country, I like to let other people know how friendly Australians are. So I go up and say hello to everybody and I say g'day. In fact, I often become more Australian than I ever am here.
So maybe for me, because I'm DJ, so for me it was really, we wanted to bring the nightclub atmosphere. It's hotter. People are dancing because they want to dance, not because there's music and they are dancing. They are dancing because the atmosphere is good and the atmosphere makes you dancing.
So you're dancing because you just can't help yourself. There's no way you could do anything else.
Yes, you will do that.
All right, well, we're going to get involved in that. Now, if you'd like to know more about the big French night, it's happening at the Onyx Bar, right?
Yeah, the 28th of May.
28th of May. All right, and if you want more information, you can go to my website. You'll see, there it is there, johnlewis.apix.com. McNaught.com. Can you see that too?
And John.
Oh, just me. All right. Well, maybe you can see it as well. Well, we look forward to it, Pascal. Thanks for sparing the time. And bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
That's what I call a good coffee, and this charming lady here made it for me. Barbara, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Anytime.
And welcome back to the show. Barbara is in search of the most inspiring man. Now, why is that, Barbara?
Well, if you're inspired, you're happy. If you're inspired, you're driven. If you're inspired, you have less chance of being depressive or depressed. That's my own version. That's not official. Momentum Women's Forum is launching Men in Black inaugural event in support of Beyond Blue. Now, in case somebody doesn't know, Beyond Blue is the National Depression Initiative. But there is so much to it. Men in Black fundraising gala dinner for men and women. We have entertainment. We have dancing. We'll celebrate inaugural Men of a Year.
Yeah. In fact, you've got a buddy of mine on stage too, Tony Mack from the 6PR Breakfast program. He's going to be doing a very good job too. Now, what have you learned with this? Because you're working with Beyond Blue. What have you learned about depression for men?
Well, again, I can't even say I learned, but my own intuition tells me that men, obviously, and knowledge, don't talk as much as women. They don't say as much. They're not as open. And I would imagine that a lot of men would think it's not very masculine thing to be depressed or to speak about
exactly.
it. Yes?
There'd be a lot of men, and probably watching too, that kind of think, well, we're men, we should be able to tough this out. I'm a man, I should be able to tough it out. But it's not the way it needs to be. There's a lot of support and a lot of good people prepared to help. And sometimes too often find that it's really good that if the friends notice something going on, they can make some actions too. But gee, it's a tough job because you've got to be thoughtful, and people with depression are so good at hiding it. They are just phenomenally good. So I think this is a great idea. Tell us about the show. What fun can we expect?
Well, men strictly black tie, women strictly glamorous. We have a banquet dinner. We actually have a ball. It's gala dinner and dance entertainment. We have a raffle. We have surprises. We have amazing prizes. You can win fantastic prizes. I don't want to tell you too much because I want you to log in into our website. This will be the happiest event that you can imagine. And you know, John, Men in Black is just a title, yes? National Men's Day is invention because I like to move on and experience new things, yes? But please don't get confused. This is not just about men. This is men and women.
Absolutely.
And actually my decision was made when, tragic death of Charmaine Dragoon occurred, and I also lost a couple of other colleagues, female, male, on suicide.
Sure.
And I just thought it's about the time to do something about it and let people know there are organizations like Beyond Blue.
Wonderful idea.
Being there to help you, and don't be ashamed. I think everybody got days when you're down and days where you're not. And
that's right.
Some people are luckier to come out, some are not.
That's right.
But let's be open, let's come and have a party and learn more and support the amazing organization.
I think it's a great idea. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And also, too, something else people ought to be aware of with depression is that some folks think, oh, well, as long as you're happy, that will fix it. But that's just not the case. Sometimes when you have clinical depression, you need a whole lot of other processes going on. So I think the more understanding that we have, and I think this is a great way to bring understanding, and why not have a fun time while we learn? I do like that.
John, will you come and help us to look for the most inspiring men of the year? Can I officially extend my invitation to you? Now, we really need the nominations. This is to all of you. Please just tell us in few words, few or not few, why you think the person that you are nominating. Self-nominations are also accepted. The only
don't look at me when you say self-nominations.
No. I just mean, well, John, you don't have to nominate yourself. I think you have plenty fans out there that would nominate John for most inspiring man of the year. He has to be over 18. That's all.
Okay.
No other restrictions.
Oh, gee, I love it when you say these things live on the TV. That's great.
When I say if he's good looking, it helps, but it's not a condition. So, John, 1, 2, you've got 2 points out of 3.
Thank you very much, Barbara. I
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it. Well, we're looking forward to the show. We're looking forward to the whole event. It'll be great. Let's just show the folks again one more time. Men in Black. And the dress sense is women would look
glamorous, strictly glamorous.
And the men dress in?
Black tie. Yes.
Now, there are so many versions of black tie. It'll be interesting to see just what we come up with.
Well, you know, I always say a man in a black suit, white shirt, black tie looks 10 centimeters taller, 10 years younger, 10 kilos less, just drop dead gorgeous. So we just want 300 men in black tie and 300 women looking strictly glamorous. And the rest, I promise, will be fantastic.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Barbara, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. My pleasure. See you on the 14th of June.
Check this baby out. Yeah, what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about, you guessed it, belly dancing. Now, Grace is a belly dancer, and I can't wait to find out why you'd need something that looks as lethal as this for belly dancing. Hello, Grace.
Hello, John. How are you today?
Yeah, really well. And tell us a bit more about belly. Now, I got to make sure I'm saying that right, because sometimes people think I'm saying ballet dancing, which is pirouetting, of course, but we're talking about belly dancing. Now, why do you like to do belly dancing?
It's fun, it's really sensual, it's empowering, and it's really for women of all ages and size and fitness levels.
How fit do you have to be to do belly dancing?
Well, you don't have to be fit like an Olympic athlete, but you will get fitter with time, so that's good.
So how did you find out? I mean, where do you go to do belly dancing? I mean, do you go to a school?
Yes, I go to a ladies' school called Belissa's School of Dance Oriental, and it's in Beckenham. And she is what we regard as the matriarch of the dance and the culture in Australia. She's been doing this for almost 40 years. She goes to Egypt every year to further her knowledge of the dance and the culture. And she brings it back with her and imparts her knowledge onto us.
Wow. Sounds like there's a lot to learn. In fact, I learned something about belly dancing when I was talking to you before we organised this chat. And Grace told me that the traditional two-piece belly dancing outfit that, well, we think it's traditional, actually came from Hollywood.
Yes, it did. I think, if I'm not wrong, about in the 1920s, some filmmakers went all the way to Egypt to look for exotic dancers for their films. So they brought them back, and then they decided to put all this glitzy costume on them. And then the Egyptians like it so much that they adopt the style. The beading and all the appliques and designs that you see are Middle Eastern, but the concept of a two-piece, or what we call a cabaret costume, is actually from the Western world.
Wow. So, well, then the question is to be asked, what did belly dancers wear before Hollywood?
Well, it's usually, you see, in Egypt, people just dance when they're happy. They dance when they're sad, so there is some dance that's just for sad, but they dance when there's a birthday, a wedding, childbirth, to celebrate a woman going into puberty. So they'll just dance with whatever they happen to be wearing at the time.
Oh, great. So you dance for almost every reason, and you dance with whatever you're wearing.
That's right.
All right. Now you've got some interesting devices. So we've seen this sword, but what's rather interesting, I find, is the. I ought to be careful if I'm going to put this on my leg. Now it's not particularly sharp, is it? No, thank goodness for that. But the handle is so nicely made, and we've also got some other things here too. Now tell us a bit about these other.
The Egyptian people like to wear hip scarves on their hips. Wearing something on the hips actually accentuates the movement of the hips, so you can actually see it more. And people, yeah, exactly, and they like to adorn themselves with coins, jewelry, and even shells. But I just have the coin ones on today.
Yeah, very nice. And we've got, what's this, a candy stick?
No, not a candy stick.
Not a candy stick.
This is just a stick, and women dance with a stick as a parody of the men going off to war. The men have big, huge ones about the size of my wrist. They're called takhtib, and they take that to war with them, or for tribal fighting. But as women, we dance with it as a parody of the men. So we have nicely decorated little ones.
Gee, you even make fun of men in Egypt. That's not fair. And we've also, now I think these are, this is one half of a castanet, right?
These are zils or zagat in Egypt.
Zagat.
Yes, it's just a little finger symbols that we put on the third and our thumb finger, and we play it as we dance.
Can you show us right now?
Yes,
Is that
I will.
difficult to do?
No,
We're going to learn a little bit of music right now. Don't worry. A bit later on, I'm going to ask Grace if she'll dance for us. I will ask her. Don't worry. Hope she says yes. Be embarrassing if she doesn't. Live on the
For
TV.
you, John. Anything.
Yeah. Wow. So, and I've forgotten what these are called now.
Zills.
Zills.
Yes. So you just play them like this.
Oh, I like that.
Good for happy music.
Yeah.
Just livens up the mood.
Oh, very nice. Well, I must say, it sounds like it's a lot of fun when you get involved in belly dancing. And do you reckon anyone can do it? There'll be some ladies watching right now thinking, oh, I don't know. Do you think anyone can do it?
Anyone can do it. We've got students, we've got kids classes as well. We don't personally do children classes, but other schools in Perth do, little toddler classes. And we've got teenagers, mums that come in, older women that come in and do the classes with us. It's purely for fun. And it's done in a very safe and nurturing, feminine environment. That's the best thing about it, I think.
Wow, I like it. And the name of the school is again?
Belissa's Academy Dance Oriental.
All right. Now, if you missed any of that, we've got our website, johnlewis.apix.com, so you can find out everything right there. All right. Now, here is the TV challenge. I think we're going to be okay with this one, though. Here's the TV challenge. Grace, would you dance for us?
Oh, depends. How nice you are to me, John.
Well, boy.
Of course I will.
Because I don't know how to be nice. I'm going to have to work on that. All right, then stay tuned. Right after the break, we're going to be right back and we'll find out what Grace is like as a belly dancer. And I bet it's going to be tremendous. So go grab your coffee. I've got mine and we'll see you right after the break.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice coffee. It's time to discover our belly dancer, Grace. Now, I was having a chat to Grace during the break, and she said the difference between a good belly dancer and a really good belly dancer is the amount of personality. A good belly dancer should provide a lot of personality. So that's one thing to keep an eye out for. Apparently, this dance is going to be fun and a little bit sensual too, and certainly very beautiful. So now it's time. Would you put your hands together and give it up for our belly dancer, Grace? How good was that dancing? That is so inspiring and very, very beautiful too, and a lot of personality. Thank you, Grace. Really good job. If you'd like to find out more about the program, or maybe about the belly dance school, or maybe you'd like to know about the French night, or indeed if you'd like to know about the Men in Black, all of those things or more, here's how you can do it.
John loves to receive your letters and emails, so send your letter to Post Office Box 6721 East Perth 6892, or you can email. Maybe even view his website. Back to you, John.
And it's that easy. Thanks very much for your company, and thanks to all our great guests, and I'll see you next time.